Students, welcome to the English class. As you know, then in English we were reading poem Amanda written by Robin Plain. So in that we have seen or we have read about a girl whose name was Amanda. She is a teenager, and as she is getting instructions from her parents, because parents wants to make her a civilized person and a good manners child. So that's why they were instructing her how to behave, how to sit and how to speak. But now for Amanda, all these instructions were as seeming as she was feeling that these instructions are for nagging her. So she is thinking that as by giving all these instructions, parents are nagging her. So it happens with many of the children sometimes that as parents also gives us commands and instructions how to behave, how to speak, how to go, sometimes to go there, sometimes not to go there. It means they always take care of our each and every action. This is their concern, their love, their affections, their care towards their children. But children take it in otherwise and they think that parents are trying to control their freedom by instructing them. Now, but every child wants to enjoy his or her freedom. So at that time, parents also should remember that they should instruct because they are more experienced than their children. But they should also keep remember and they should take care of the freedom of their children. It means freedom should be there, but that should be a limitation. Now as Amanda's mother was telling her not to bite her nails, she was telling her that not to sit by bending her shoulders. And mother was also telling her not to eat chocolate, but Amanda was taking it in otherwise. And as mother tone was little harsh, she was speaking in a commanding way. So Amanda was getting frustrated by all these instructions. So she was thinking it would be better than if she would be a mermaid. So she was comparing here herself with a mermaid. She thinks that if I will be a mermaid, so I will be able to enjoy sea waves as a mermaid, enjoy sea water, and she moves here and there without any foundation, without any control. Nobody is there to control her freedom. So Amanda is also comparing herself with mermaid. She wants to be free like mermaid. And later on, she also thinks that in place of getting all these instructions, over instructions by her parents, it will be better if she will be an orphan. Orphan means a child whose parents are died. So she thinks if I will be an orphan, nobody will be there to curtail my freedom. In that way, I will be able to make footprints on dust. Nobody will be there to tell me that here not to do this and not to do that action, and I will be able to free and I will be able to enjoy according to me, and I can do whatever my wish. So here she was much getting irritated by instructions and these guidelines given by her parents, especially by her mother. And now her mother was trying to talk to her, and she was saying that here Amanda, I am talking to you, then have you done your homework? Have you cleaned your room? So as all these things were told by her mother, but Amanda was busy in her work. She was not paying attention towards her mother. So now mother was also getting angry. She said that here I am talking to you Amanda, but you are not focusing on me. And it seems that you are not listening to me. You should listen to me and you should pay focus on my words and you should obey them because all these words are for you and I am telling all these words only for your betterment. Because here we want to make you a child according to society. So every parents wants to make their child according to the society, so they would be mature, they would be according to this, they would behave according to society. But sometimes it becomes a matter of frustration, matter of irritation for children. So now same thing was there with Amanda, as she was busy in her work and she was not focusing. She was not paying attention towards her mother. So mother was also getting angry. Now here we completed 5 stanzas yesterday. Now let's read stanza number 6 and 7 and let's find out whatever is given in these stanzas. Now is the turn of stanza number 6. So before getting explanation of this stanza, let's recite this stanza first. I'm Rapunzel, I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil and real. I'll certainly never let down my bright hair. Now first of all, see word meanings. Students, Rapunzel. What is the meaning of Rapunzel? Actually, Rapunzel is the name of a character. Rapunzel is the name of a character of a German fairy tale. So Rapunzel was a character then who was very beautiful princess, and she was having long hair. And later on she was trapped by a witch on a tower, in a castle on a tower. A castle which was situated on a tower. So a witch trapped Rapunzel in that castle. And she was not able to go anywhere, but she was there. She was alone in that castle. And a source to reach Rapunzel was only her ears. When witch has to meet Rapunzel, she came nearby the tower and called Rapunzel and tell her to make her ears fall down from the tower. And with the help of these ears, then witch was able to reach on the tower and to meet Rapunzel. So now even Rapunzel was under the control of witch, but she was living alone in this castle. So now here Amanda is giving reference of Rapunzel. She is taking the condition, she is considering the condition of Rapunzel in a positive way. She is saying, Amanda is saying, if I am Rapunzel, I have not a care. If I will be Rapunzel, I will not take care of anybody. It means if I will be like Rapunzel, I will be alone in a castle, then at that time nobody will be there to stop, to control my liberty. And life in a tower is tranquil and rare. Tranquil means calm. And life in a tower will be full of calmness. Even it is rare to get by anyone. And as Rapunzel was living there alone, so if I will be living there alone, so it would be an experience full of liberty and freedom, and complete calmness would be there. And I will certainly never let down my bright hair. And now at that time Rapunzel was living alone in the castle, and she was falling down her hairs to help and to make witch climb on the tower. But here at the time, if I will be in place of Rapunzel, I will never let down my hairs. So nobody would able to reach on the tower. I will not provide facility. I will not let anybody to climb on the tower to disturb my loneliness. So now here in this stanza, Amanda is saying, as her mother was instructing and she was also trying to tell her not to eat chocolate because of this, then as she has got already acne, as we have seen in last stanza. So now in reply, and Amanda is saying that it would be better if I will Rapunzel, and even it is rare, but if I will be Rapunzel, I will never take care of anybody, and I will enjoy loneliness by living in that tower in loneliness, and I would never let down my hair, so nobody would able to climb on the tower, and nobody will get a chance to disturb my liberty or freedom. So I will be able to get complete freedom and enjoy my liberty. reference of history, and I told you whenever any reference of history has given in any line by any word, so there it means we are reading about which poetic device, that is allusion. If any reference from the history has given in any line by any character or by any word, means their allusion poetic device is present. Okay, now let's move stanza number 7. Stop that sulking at once, Amanda. You are always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think that I neglected you, Amanda. Now, again mother is also trying to make her understand. Here Amanda stopped at sulking. Sulking means to be angry. Now as Amanda was getting angry, she was getting frustrated by listening all the commands of her mother, and mother has understood this because she has seen the behavior and her expression of Amanda. Now mother has understood that Amanda is getting frustrated. So mother is trying to make her understand by saying this, Amanda, now don't be angry. And you are always so moody. You are moody. Moody means that whenever we also react or give expression according to our mood. Then time to time, as Amanda was also giving expressions and she was doing work and she was giving reply according to her mood. So Amanda's mother is saying, Amanda, this is not a good thing. Don't be angry, and you are moody. Sometimes moody, that person is called moody. Then sometimes willing to do, sometimes not willing to do. It means the person who does not adjust with the circumstances. They do work according to their own wish. So they are called moody. So now mother is saying, Amanda, don't be moody. And now don't be angry. Now anyone would think that I nag at you, Amanda. Now here if you would react like this, if you would give expressions like this, then here others will start thinking that here I am nagging you. Nagging means, nag means irritate. It means even you are thinking that here I am irritating you. And if you will give reactions like this, then anybody will start thinking that here I am nagging you. But my intention to tell you all these things, not to nag you. I am concerned for you. I am having affections towards you. I want to make you a perfect child. I want to make you a best child. That's why I am telling all these things to make you the perfect human being. And my intention is not there to nag you, to make you irritate. So here through this poem, we have seen the upbringing of this child Amanda, as because of the over instructions that Amanda is getting irritated. So through this poem, the poet also, poetess also wants to make us know that sometimes because of over instructions, as parents also try to control the liberty of their children, and they think then by curtailing or by controlling the liberty of their children, they can also make their child perfect. So they should also take out these things from their mind. Control and limitation should be there, but that should have a limit. It means parents are the experienced persons in our life. So naturally, they should share their experiences with their children, and they should take care of their children. They should guide them time to time. But they should also take care of the freedom of their children. Now students, along with this, now poem Amanda has completed. Now revise the poem, and in case of any query, contact me. Thank you very much.